Hello. Today I'm going to be talking with you on building wealth and more specifically how investing in yourself helps you build wealth over time. So it should not come as a surprise to you, but you're actually your biggest asset, at least early on in your working career. So when you first start out, you may have a negative net worth or no net worth to speak of. And really what you have to do is trade your time for money in order to start to accumulate wealth and then start using that to invest in other areas of your life. But how can you leverage yourself to help you build greater wealth as you move throughout your career? And there's a few ways you can do that. You can go out, get an additional education. You can get a master's degree. You can get additional certifications in areas that are going to be of relevance to your kind of next step in the career path that you're hoping to take. If there's not really a clean way of getting those types of things, a certification or additional education to help you along your career path. There's other things that you can do that are a little bit simpler. You can just ask for more responsibility at work. You could possibly move into a management role and try to see how you enjoy that process there. So that's really one key way where you can start to increase your value to yourself, to your company, and to your future companies that you may work for. And by getting that additional growth through the education, certification, and just increasing your responsibilities, it should be able to give you a comfort zone to be able to ask for raises. Some of those raises may come on their own, but there may be times where you're like, I should have gotten a raise by this point, and it just doesn't come. It's perfectly okay to ask for it. I actually encourage you to ask for raises because that is one way to quickly be able to increase either your lifestyle or increase your wealth. And hopefully you're doing a little bit of a combination of both, right? You don't want to overspend every raise that you get, but you want to be able to reward yourself a little bit and still be able to save for the future. That kind of comes to the next aspect of investing in yourself. Take time to reflect on the decisions that you're making to have an actual financial plan in place, or at least a rough outline of how you want your life to look and how your wealth as you're accumulating it is going to help you live the best life possible. And a lot of that comes down to discipline, being able to know, hey, this isn't a good choice right now. It may be good for you in the future to be able to have this type of asset or toy, whatever it is that you're thinking about. But it may not be today is the day that you should be making that purchase, or as far as time and wise, it just may not be something that you'll ever need to do or invest in from that aspect. So it's important to know that your discipline is going to play a huge role in whether or not you're going to be successful in building wealth. There's some people that are just overspenders and have really poor habits. It's going to be really tough for them. They can't ask for enough raises to be able to cover what their lifestyle is and how they view money and how they choose to spend it. And so I've worked with people that are making $200,000, $300,000, and they're just overspending still. And so it doesn't matter if they had $75,000 or $300,000 a year in annual income. They just always feel the need to spend every last dollar. And so that's not a good way to build wealth. And it does get tricky over time as you're getting those raises, as you start to see your friends and family start to accumulate different toys and things like that, where you may feel like you have to do the same thing. Just make sure that it's aligning with your goals and what you're trying to do. If it does, and you're able to make that work both now and for the future benefit of yourself and your family, then by all means, go and do it. I believe firmly in having that balance in life of being able to enjoy your rewards and successes now, but making sure that you're doing prudent things as well for the future self. Hopefully that's helpful, and I'll be dropping more videos on ways that you can invest and possibly build your wealth over time.